Hello everyone, I am EZmode's Ragey Poo, and I am bringing you another Marine Arena Masters! In the bottom left-hand corner, we have TryHrd's Relic, and ImNotGrayson, and it looks like they're passing. Yes, I'm here. Sorry about that. In the top left-hand corner, we have Gannicus with FVCKIN's Bluesky. On the top right-hand side, we have LOL's Ice with IKewl, SnpM, and bottom right side we have EZmode's AeReN with Snowman. Here we go! Alright, we see Marauders coming from Relic and even a Viking popping out. And Grayson decided to go with Marauders with a Ghost. Top left-hand side, went Marauders as well for Gannicus, Sharpshooters for Bluesky, and already a little bit of back and forth with a Sentry for Gannicus. In fact, I think that one Sentry call was a little bit late, with Bluesky deciding to go with early Reapers. On the right-hand side, we have Sharpshooter with Zergling, and this is interesting. We'll possibly see maybe some Stim Marine play from SnpM. I'm not sure if he bought that Stim Marine yet. Let's see if I click on him. No, he hasn't got it yet. And so I'm curious to see what he invested in. Oh, wait, he actually bought an Infestor. I didn't see it announced. So we have some Infestor play already, and whoa, a big fungal going down on AeReN's units very early. Whoa, with a Duskwing coming out for Snowman. Oh my gosh, I haven't even announced AeReN's units at all yet. AeReN deciding to go with an Infestor as well, and Snowman with the early Duskwing. Wow, there's a lot of different units popping out very quickly in this early game, and this is so exciting. There's going to be a lot of action here, folks. Corruptor even coming out. Wow, for Ice, this is just so much. I could barely even keep up with Sentry using the Guardian Shield, a couple Force Fields, actually trapping Relic, but look at this Ice coming around the top side, trapping in Gannicus, and EMP does go down on the Sentry. It does hit, I believe, one of them. It didn't look like it hit the other one. Maybe it did hit both. And Ice with the Corruption going down on Gannicus' units, but he's Force Field. He can't really do anything about it. Some of his units are trapped. Finally, the Force Field does go down. Ice tries to come in and bolster the army, and I think Ice might even come out of this on top. Look at this. He's 200 points ahead already. I think his Ghost is dealing a lot of damage, 11 kills already on that Ghost. Meanwhile, there is a lot of back and forth going on from bottom, fighting around this Xel'Naga tower. It looks like Relic has his hands full trying to face off with Snowman, but I think he ended up winning, actually, Relic with the higher points, even though this Duskwing is doing massive damage, 10 kills already. And Relic with a Viking in the field, so he's got 3 so far. Oh no, this could be very bad for the Duskwings. I'm not quite sure how much damage it does, but it could be some serious damage, and this is really interesting. We saw in the Semi-Masters matchup the Fester play coming out for, let's see, it was the Ghost actually came out with an Infestor, with Zella opening and with the Marines. I mean, this is really interesting, and if SnpM decides to go with Marines, this is just curious. I've never really seen anything like this before. Usually we see Sharpshooters, as they are a far more superior Merc unit to get. They deal much more damage. They're much more beefier than getting, like, say, Zerglings or anything like that. I'm really curious to see how SnpM decides to do this. And it looks like SnpM has just enough energy to do one fungal, but wait a minute. Was that a feigned fungal? It looked like he did it, but the animation just wasn't there. And I have no idea if that was a bug or not, or if maybe he just canceled it right at the very end. So the Duskwing doing a lot of damage, and Ice actually might have overextended his Corruptor a little bit. It's actually really low on hit points, 113. Meanwhile, there's so much going on with SnpM actually fighting Bluesky, and he does take a frag grenade right to the face. Ice able to heal the Corruptor, and whoa, another Reaper coming out. So that's 3 Reapers in total from Bluesky. And Ice is just taking such an early lead. How is he able to do it? And Glass Cannon saying that Kim got easied. I didn't see what he's referring to. But Ice is certainly making a lot of money. And I don't even know where his money is coming from. But it is so crazy. Maybe that Ghost is just picking off a lot of kills. Currently 3 ups right now for his Merc. So his snipers are dealing massive damage. In fact, even able to kill off the Infestor. Oh my gosh, 1523, now up to 1560 for Ice. He's taking a very early lead. Meanwhile, there is back and forth going on between Relic and Bluesky, and Grayson's Ghost entered the field, so now we have another Ghost coming out. This time it's going to be for Grayson. And he might need it. He needs to deal a little bit of damage. He is down. He's at 945 currently. And wow, so much back and forth already. This is great. It's keeping my mouth dry. I was having some issues, just saliva and stuff earlier. But this is great because I'll be able to talk non-stop. Holy cow. In fact, Ice is being a little bit aggressive with this Corruptor. He's been putting it out a little bit too far and almost lost it earlier. We'll see if he's going to be able to have that control with that Corruptor. It's possible it's just a little bit early in the game. And whoa, Gannicus was able to kill one Viking. Another Viking goes down, losing 2 Vikings for Relic. And that's going to cost him very early on. Oh no. Now Relic could be in a very bad position. Currently 2 attack ups for his mercs though. And SnpM actually being able to take the middle. This is interesting. I'm so curious to see how this Infestor is going to change the play for SnpM. He has 1 upgrade for his Marines and has Stim. And I've not seen a early hero be very effective when you're going for Marines, and especially since later on in the game, this is going to count for your total overall supply. So this is going to limit you on how many Zerglings you can get, how many Marines you can get. I want to see how this ends up. SnpM currently at 1,186, so he is keeping up. I'm very curious. I want to see it to work, guys, for sure, because Ice is with SnpM right now, and they are doing so well. I've never seen it be very successful, and I hope SnpM can show you guys that this can work. In fact, Fungal going down on Snowman, and another Fungal actually going down on the Ghost. Actually, is a Leech. No, it was not a Fungal. A Leech goes down on Ice. And Leech actually didn't do a whole lot, and I'm just trying to reduce the times that I say. Actually, I'm saying it way too much. SnpM going in maybe a little bit too deep, tries to use his Fester, again saying actually it didn't go off, and I need to just stay away from that word. Got into a big habit of saying actually, and I actually don't want to use that word, so gonna work on that. 3 Vikings now coming out for Relic. And this is interesting because he did lose 2, and that's a big investment. Currently at 1746, despite that investment, he was still able to make money with his other units. 3 attack for the Marauders, so that's big damage for that Merc building and for those Mercs in general. So he was able to get that money back, and now with the Vikings, that's big powerhouses. 48 damage each attack. Very strong. And the Mothership coming out for Ice. Already just BMing the map with such a high score, getting that early kill. And now here it comes with the Mothership. We could be seeing Vortex as soon as it's able to come out. And AeReN's Infestor is being targeted. Whoa, the Vikings doing damage. Not very much though. Vikings are not very strong in the air. They're not great anti-air units. They are designed for Ravens. They can be good with anti-air, but they actually require a lot of ups. Very fast attack, low damage. And I'm sorry, getting a little bit distracted here. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, I am back. I was having a little bit of issue, but I got it taken care of. The issue happens to be very cute. My girlfriend is such a lovely girl. New haircut. I love you. Look at you. Alright, she was just asking me what I wanted from McDonald's. I didn't want to bring it to the cast, but whatever. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what was going on. Regipu deciding to go with Nuggies. I did go with Nuggies with that OP Sows. That's about to be delivered here in 10 minutes. Can't wait. Alright, so back to the game. Force Field's going down on Relic's units, trying to push them out. In fact, he could be trapped here if another one goes down, but Gannicus keeping his units far back. That way it doesn't get sniped by the Ghost. 2 ups on it still. And Bluesky and Gannicus are in a little bit of a pickle. Bluesky is very far down on the point. So is Grayson. Surprisingly shut down early on. Ice is just going crazy with over 1,000 points on Grayson. But Relic is staying very high, actually. His Vikings doing a lot of damage. Look at this. They're on the high ground, just destroying Bluesky. And this could be a bad situation for Bluesky. He might need to back out and possibly use these Reapers, be a little bit more aggressive to try to take out the Vikings. I don't know how he can do it, though, because those 3 attack Vikings are just so strong. And even the 2 attack upgrades for the Marauders with Grayson Very, very strong overall. They're a very powerful army. And more back and forth going on between Snowman and AeReN. This Duskwing, I haven't seen it be very very potent. I mean, it's 28 kills overall, and that's kind of low for a Duskwing. Maybe needed to get another, I don't know. But the units just so far is not being very cost effective, so perhaps he could be in a little bit of trouble too. Might need to change units or do something different. We are at the 10-minute mark, so we could start seeing some different tech switches coming out. Like, here we go, we have Void Rays coming out for Ice. Oh my gosh, so actually electing not to go mutas. He's usually very famous for going mutas. And this time going voids, and look at this Relic, I think anticipating air, deciding to go Goliath. That's going to be a good choice for him. Let's see how that fares up though. With this Infestor style play, we could see it leveling up for SnpM. He is currently 3 attacks. It's a level 0 Infestor, but you never know. And that could be very dangerous for those Goliaths. As later on, I mean, any hero can do devastating damage to Mercs as it levels up. And the Vortex going down on AeReN's units. Big fungal coming off from AeReN. He's fungling all these units. They're in such a tight spot, dealing a lot of damage. Actually takes out a lot of SnpM's units. And SnpM, though, recovering, fighting back Gannicus. But look at this, he's actually fighting on 3 fronts. And he's got to be careful. He could lose a lot of units here. Even might overextend the Fester a little bit. It is being picked off by Bluesky. And there we go. The Reapers paying for themselves finally. Bluesky able to pick up an Infestor kill. And I don't think that SnpM is even going to bother reviving it. As he is going for a very dominant Marine play. 3 attacks so far with a range upgrade. I think that's a great decision, especially since we're seeing these tier 3 units come out. And Bluesky electing to go with Goliath as well. And Grayson with the Ragnarok beam. This is so strong, and it's going to be very effective against bottom right. But now that the other Infestor is not going to be out on the field, will Grayson be able to get enough damage off? It is doing a lot of splash damage to these Marines. In fact, the Marines are targeting it. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Ice is coming in, though. This could be disaster for Grayson. Grayson actually backs out. And Ice was able to kill a ghost there. I think that was Grayson's ghost. And Ice just keeps getting so much money. Almost at the 4,000 mark. A Vortex goes down, but I don't think he was able to get anything in it. And AeReN trying to... Oh, no, actually, there are some units in here. And this is a great surround by SnpM, but actually backs out. And the fungal goes down on Ice's units. He is going to back out from now. Bluesky coming up the middle. He is going to hold it. And Grayson just doing a little bit of splash damage on Snowman's units. He does have those sharpshooters. They're kind of slow. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get close enough to the Colossus. They're going to need to put down a fungal or something and maybe do some stutter micro. And look at this SnpM coming in very tight. Force fields go down. He is backed up by Ice, though. They could do a lot of damage, but actually SnpM losing a little bit too many units there. I think that was a great play from SnpM. But I think those units were just too strong. They had too high of a count, and maybe his Zerglings are just a little bit too weak. Might need to increase the hit points on them, possibly even the armor, because right now these Marines are kind of glass cannon-y, and getting in too close like that is not an ideal situation. And Woe actually deciding to revive the Infestor. This is so interesting. This is limiting his upgrades, though, for the Marines, and I'm curious to see how this works out. Currently at 2,871, holding on, but just by a little bit. He is above most people, except for Relic, on the field, so we'll see how this adds up. And a couple of deaths happening there. It looks like AeReN losing his Infestor. I think Relic or Grayson was able to pick it up, and I was too busy talking about other things. I do apologize. Gannicus coming up with 3 ups, Hybrid Destroyers. Interesting choice, especially with all the Goliaths on the field. And Destroyers do a lot of damage to air. And Grayson's saying, yeah, LOL, I don't know what he was talking about. It could have been an accidental all chat. But the Colossus is actually doing a lot of damage. 2 already, and the Fester coming back. Level 2 already for the Colossus. And supplemented with the Vikings. That's so great. This is an interesting playstyle. Colossus seems to have been favored from Grayson. He really likes it. And SnpM could be very dangerous against the Colossus if he can get Blink. But instead, getting that Fester. This is really interesting, guys. Stay tuned, we'll see exactly how this measures up. AeReN in a little bit of a bad position. That Colossus is getting good splash damage on it. But AeReN has to be careful not to have a full energy infester like that. He's got to put down some infestations, I'm sorry, some fungal growths, and do some damage. And it looks like Snowman actually got caught a little bit from Ice. He lost some of his units there. And Ice going full in with Bluesky. He's taking a lot of damage. And there we go, the mothership is there now. But how is he able to see it? Is there an observer on the field? I don't even see. How is he able to see that? I don't see a scan go down. I mean, there is a scan now. But how is he able to see that? Very curious. There is no observer out on the field. Huh. I don't know how he was able to see that. I did not see a scan anywhere. But look at this. Grayson on the top ground, killing Gannicus like crazy. And even using a Ragnarok Beam on the Ghost is going to escape. Look at that. 148 kills. 5,005 points for Ice, currently in the lead. And Fungal's going down on Grayson and Relic's units. They are able to keep the high ground, though. And Snowman is in a lot of trouble. He's lost so many units. He's down to 262 supply currently. And Ice trying to build up his supply. He's a little low, considering it's only 500. He's usually at max right now. He's been rather aggressive with the Void Rays. 4 attack currently with hit point upgrades. Hit point upgrades are so good for Void Rays. Their hit points actually scale very quickly. And as they get higher in the game, when you've got 450 hit point Void Rays coming at you, it's very difficult to destroy them. They just deal so much damage, and they can be very strong, especially since SnpM has decided to go with a very attack-heavy ground unit. And that's exactly what you need to do. Ice kind of being a support unit, even though Void Rays do a lot of damage. If he can get a lot of upgrades for those Voids, be very mobile with them, they're still going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to tank so much for SnpM, it's going to be very deadly. And Bluesky, I'm a little bit concerned for poor old Bluesky here. Very low on the points. Gannicus too. 2,812. Bluesky at 3,202. And sadly, I mean, they are in kind of third place, bottom right, in even worse position, but they do have a hero. I mean, anything could change. And Snowman deciding to go Sniper, that's going to be great against the Void Rays. We'll see how this does against the Destroyers and with the Goliaths here. Gannicus with the Force Field. Grayson doing a lot of damage, though, on Gannicus' Marines. They go down almost instantly. Even the Destroyers just taking a few hits, and they are completely obliterated. A lot of damage coming down on the Colossus. 3 attacks so far. Very powerful. And 3 Corruptors coming out for Snowman, possibly to deal the splash damage to Ice. Even Ice realizing that, comes out with a Corruptor on his own. 4 attack currently against 3 attack Corruptors. There's 3 of them in total, though, so that could spell a lot of damage for Grayson's Colossus here. And also, if there's enough splash damage, Ice could be in a lot of trouble from those Corruptors. I don't think Corruptors were changed in the recent update. I do believe they still do splash damage. And 64 damage each hit in splash is quite a bit. It's gonna mow down those Corruptors if they're not targeted. And look at this, another Corruptor. So we have 4 Corruptors in the field, and that's exactly what he's planning on doing. But he has to have the backup. There needs to be fungal growth. That way he can micro the Corruptors back, because Void Rays will do a lot of damage to those Corruptors. And 750 hit points might seem like a lot, but it can melt very quickly. And Ice coming in doing so much damage to Bluesky, 5,756 respectively. Against, oh my gosh, there's 5 Corruptors out on the field, and Snowman, this is very risky, and I don't know how this is going to go down, but a Corruption going down on the Vikings, and in fact, if he sticks around, as soon as those things lift off, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And as you can see, they are walking right now, avoiding lifting off, and they're going to be backed up by these Goliaths. And Snowman has to be careful, because this is such an investment with these Corruptors. He's very low on points. He cannot afford to lose one, and there it goes. One goes down. And a Savior coming down from AeReN. Not able to pick up a lot, though. Oh, that wasn't a very good Savior at all. Oh, no. He really tried to possibly get some of these Void Rays, but wasn't able to do it. And I feel so bad for Snowman. Losing that Corruptor there was not good. He needed that to attack these Void Rays, to do something, even do a little bit of damage to possibly Grayson's hero. And, I don't know who that's geared to, but okay. Thank you very much, Class Cannon. I didn't mean this. I know you meant that with low BM. I know. Language though, buddy, language. Alright, 10 minutes has passed. It is now the 20-minute mark, and we'll see how these players are going to use their money. Level 4 Colossus currently, and Ice killing a Corruptor for Snowman. That's going to set him back. He was at 5, now at 4, and I don't know what Snowman's going to be able to do. He's half the points of Ice, and Grayson is not that far behind. Hi. Casting. Sorry. I know. Love. Alright, so Ice doing a lot of damage to AeReN. AeReN's still kind of stuck with very low supply. It looks like he decided to go with Immortal. 0 ups though. Oh no, this could be a big mistake. That's a big investment going with 3 attack, especially when he had the Infestor. It's possible Snowman could have been the more aggressive here. But a tier 3 unit is very good. Immortal though, gosh, I don't know. Maybe even something like Reaver would have been something good. But Immortal is equally as good. We'll see how it goes here against these Void Rays. Immortals don't do very too bad at all against air. But I really think that the Infestor is really what's going to do the damage. And Glass Cannons say, God, I hate air. And really, it's just Ice is very good with air. He plays air a lot and does it with, it seems almost like with ease. Going straight after Gannicus, and that could be a bad decision. Actually losing about 40 supply there. Destroyers are very strong against air. They do a lot of splash damage, and if he can use the overcharge, it's going to do a lot of damage to Ice, despite the fact that he has a lot of money, a lot of investment in here. High hit point Void Rays, and I love seeing it. High hit point Void Rays are so good. And any Void Ray basically that's not destroyed is going to be healed by the Medibabe, and that's just going to keep his army supply at 800. He doesn't even need high attack right now. He just needs high hit points to keep that army so high and be able to go straight into units like Bluesky's units. And look at this, he's even clumping them up. Still doing a lot of damage, and we're going to keep an eye on the supply. He's lost about 100. Oh no, the splash is doing a lot of damage to him. He's got to split up a little bit. Oh my gosh, he lost a lot of supply there. I don't think that was worth it at all. He could lose even more. And those destroyers just completely mowed him down. Oh my gosh, interesting play by Ice. He did pick up a lot of money though. And Relic actually not too far behind himself. And Ice deciding to get an Overseer. Oh my gosh. He's very good with the Overseer too. It's always interesting to see Ice play. He's a very good player. As you guys know, somewhat of a legend. In fact, I believe even in the forums, he's pretty much talked about, like, if he is partnered up with anybody, they're pretty much gonna win. And so I'm not saying that SnpM is getting carried by any means. He's playing very well. Interesting with that Infestor. I know I keep talking about that, guys, but wow, that was so interesting that he decided to get an Infestor out. He did eventually lose it. I didn't see it announced, but I mean, that really cost him a lot of money if you think about it. It was a 500 investment. He did revive it. That's 250 gold. Probably revived it at least twice. That's 500 in itself. So that's 1,000 points that could have went straight into these Marines. I mean, that's a rapid fire upgrade. And that's even upgrades, possibly getting Cracklings or Tanklings. Tanklings probably could have been a much better choice, considering what's on the field. Tanklings or Cracklings, I mean, there are a lot of Goliaths. So, very interesting choice. And I've never seen straight Marines without something very tanky in front. So SnpM could be in a very bad position if not careful. He has to make sure every Marine stays alive. So as soon as those as soon as those Zerglings die, he's gonna have to back out, let Ice do the damage. Relic though is keeping up, it seems, with Ice. He's only about 1,000 points behind, and Grayson a little bit ahead of SnpM. So it's pretty much going to be a fight between bottom left and top right for the supremacy on this map. But Ice just dominating the air. He's got the skies with the Void Rays, and we don't see anything really countering them. I mean, Snowman trying to make it happen. 5 Corruptors, possibly with the Fungal it could happen. But we'll see. I mean, this is a long shot, but if he's able to get Ice and neutralize those units, it's going to pay off for him big. In fact, They could even set something up here. Oh my gosh, the Overseer putting a contamination on that Colossus, and down it goes, and there we go. Snowman is coming in, trying to do the damage, but he's fighting on the high ground. He doesn't have the support from his teammate. But look at this, Ice is still going down. He decides to run away. The Fungal Growth does go down, and oh my gosh, Ice is losing so much. And oh wow, that was a big pickoff from Snowman. If AeReN had been even a little bit closer though with that Infestor, they could have done even more damage. And I bet Ice was saying, uh-oh, from that down to 344 supply. Those Corruptors seriously paying for themselves. That will see if he decides to get out any more, or if he's going to start upgrading his units. Still stuck at 3, though, because he's spending a lot of money on his Corruptors. 3 attack. It would be great to see them at 5 or even 6 attack. The splash would just be so huge. Maybe even a little bit armor if he's going to be diving that far. And Ice able to take out 1 Reaper, and there we go, another Corruptor coming out on the field. So he is back up to 5. And we might even see another Corruptor coming out, making it 6 in total. Corruption going down on SnpM, and that could be bad news as Bluesky trying to come in, but Ice able to defend, but he's clumped up again. Bluesky could be doing serious damage to Ice. He's not at a full supply. Is going to back out. SnpM trying to do some damage, but his Marines, he doesn't have a very big supply. He's down to 174. And again, this is so curious to see that he's not upgrading his Mercenary. He probably needs to upgrade it to something, and we'll see if he decides to save up his money. He's at 100 right now. So keep an eye on that. AeReN and Snowman in a really bad position, though. I'm glad that AeReN got tier 3 units. Immortal's not being too helpful, though, as they're not really upgraded or anything like that. He is going full Infestor. It's very risky. Probably should have invested a little bit more in his Merc compound, but really when he's overshadowed by someone like Ice in the top right-hand corner, he can barely move out without having to deal with those Void Rays. It can be very, very difficult. And another Corruptor. Oh, it looks like Relic has about the same idea. He wants to go very strong air, as he just saw that the Corruptors for Snowman were very, very powerful indeed. So we could see something happen here where we see Corruptor versus Corruptor, and Relic's Corruptors are going to be far superior as they are at 82 damage per hit. With splash damage, that could be serious trouble for these Void Rays. Let's see. A lot of hit point ups, though. Oh my gosh, 352 hit points. If he can get it up to 452, it's just going to be so strong. And there we go, another Corruptor. 3 Corruptors for Relic. And I think that's going to be the right answer, because we saw how Snowman went up with these Corruptors. In fact, look at this. The Corruptors taking out Ice again, but overextending himself a little bit. He didn't have protection from his units, and that's the only thing that Snowman has to be careful about, is overextending himself a little bit. There he goes, he's overextending just a tiny bit. The Corruptors are a little bit faster, though, and even Overseer trying to come in to use a little bit of contamination. Gannicus and Bluesky able to hold the middle. It's kind of keeping Relic back, and Grayson from being able to come up this ramp. That's really interesting. 660 supply. Bluesky at 402. And maybe these Void Rays will come in and try to do some damage. But for now, they're pretty much just attacking the bottom side, and bottom side says, no way, I'm getting Corruptors. There we go, 4 attacks, 70 damage and splash. That is significant, folks. It can do a lot of damage. So can these Goliaths. Oh my gosh, 7 attack. And really, I think Ice is just in trouble because SnpM is just not that strong right now. He is working on a hit point upgrade. He does have the stopping power. He doesn't have the rapid fire yet, though. And currently at 412, we could see possibly some anti-hero, because there are 2 heroes out on the field. We'll see what SnpM decides to go with. But he needs to figure out something soon for sure. Ice could be in trouble, as Void Rays are not too great in the late game if he doesn't have a supporting partner. And here we go, going after Bluesky. This could be a mistake, though. Those Goliaths are doing a lot of damage. But Bluesky is down to 5,690 points right now. So Ice could do a lot of damage. And sure enough, with SnpM coming in to back up and absorb a little bit of damage for Ice, he is going to be able to take out all of those Goliaths. And Bluesky's saying, oh my gosh, lay off me, buddy. But Gannicus still able to hold the middle with 6 attack. No, 7 attack Hybrid Destroyers in the middle. And oh my gosh, these Void Rays could be in a lot of trouble because that is a terrible amount of splash damage. 54 in splash is huge, folks. And Destroyers do very, very well with the Void Rays. He might need to do some serious splits if he expects to do any damage to Gannicus. And Gannicus overcharging, targeting the Colossus, taking a little bit of damage there though. His supply is still strong at 702 total. And Bluesky saying, who killed my army? And it was pretty much top right. Dealing a significant amount of damage to Bluesky. I guess he said that he had a little bit of lag. And I guess that would make sense. Look at the APM tabs real quick. Yeah, Bluesky is at 0 APM. So perhaps he is having some computer issues, maybe some lag issues. That's going to be really unfortunate. And Snowman could lose a Corruptor here. It's very low, is able to get back. Corruption going down on AeReN's units, and let's get rid of this APM tab just real quick. Looking at the unit productions, I want to see if any other units are coming out of the field. I don't see any yet. And looking at the units in total, there is at least a Raven coming out for Ice. That's really funny that he decided to go Raven, and that's going to be very helpful against the 5 Corruptors coming out for Snowman. Does he have 5 currently? No, he only has 4. I guess he did lose one. I didn't see it announced. And Relic killing another Corruptor right here. But I can't even look at it because I want to watch Gannicus and see what's going on. He got surrounded by Relic and Grayson and Ice and SnpM. Oh no. His supply just plummeted. Gannicus, you just got glass cannon, buddy. Oh my gosh. That's so terrible for Gannicus. I mean, like an 800 supply down to 168. Ouch, 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 ouch. And what is Bluesky and Gannicus going to do now? I mean, he did make some money on that for sure. Gannicus at 7,927. Bluesky even able to make a little bit of money, killing some of those Void Rays. But it's going to take a little while before it can even out. And he says, I have a Snapchat from a hot girl. What do I do? Tell me on Skype. I think Glass Cannon is just not very used to being an observer. He doesn't even know what to do. He wants to talk so hard. Keep the chat area clean, please, so we can see all the action. poor not a Glass Cannon. And look at your old frowning face. I don't blame you, buddy. You want to chat, and that's cool. I totally dig it. SnpM actually leaving Ice, and this could spell trouble. Ice clumping up quite a bit, but he has a lot of hit points, maybe even a little bit more armor, and he can do that, but he's got to do a little bit of splits. And Relic being caught out of position. AeReN coming in, and look at the micro. I love it. He's microing the defense matrix, and I love seeing that. In fact, he needs to actually, he stopped with the micro. He should have microed it a little bit more. Forgetting that he had it and did not use it. I think he was just seeing SnpM, making sure that that it didn't come out. And I saw something announced and I completely missed it. Maybe it was Relic picking off a little bit. And oh no, Ice coming in, doing damage to AeReN. But what? It looks like the Immortals did quite a bit of damage to Ice, but he's losing a big supply. And whoa! Oh, that's what it was. Did Ice pick off that that supply, or was that SnpM? It was probably Ice. He's done that before, puts down a point defense drone, goes after the mercenary compound, and curious as, oh, there's not a save. Was it a save you're announced? I didn't even see the save announced. Wait, what is going on? Usually we see a ping come out. Did I just miss it? And there we go. There's a ping coming out. Bluesky could lose a bunch of units here. I think he lost quite a bit of supply there, as Bluesky went up to 8,074. And Ice's supply is down to 366. So a lot of saviors coming out. I think in the end, though, it looks like Ice is still on top despite having a smaller supply. He does need to build back up to 800 before he can be incredibly devastating. And look at this, more Corruptors going down. Pretty much everyone is countering Ice, and I feel like that's exactly what Relic wants, because Relic is being so strong. Let's just take a look at his Goliaths, guys. 10,000 points. Those Goliaths are at 3 armor, 425 hit points, and 8 attack. Oh my gosh, those Goliaths are getting stronger and stronger, and I don't think that the other people playing realize this. Those are very strong Goliaths. Yes, these Goliaths are at 11 attack, and that is very high too. 400 hit points. But I think the 3 armor is just going to offset at 425 for those Goliaths. Ideally, backed with this Colossus, those Goliaths are just going to be so much stronger. Not to mention, is he putting up marine upgrades? I feel like he is, even though I cannot see it. And let me just, yes sir. MA Masters. Just letting Rigger know that I am commentating. And Gannicus losing a few points there. And the Raven coming out for Ice. I think he has 2 right now. Let me just check real quick, and that is the wrong button. He does have 2 Ravens, and that's going to really help. A BC coming out for Relic. What? He does have the 3 Corruptors, still keeping them for so long. 9 attack currently. Oh my gosh. 100 damage plus 25. That's interesting. I think he got the new upgrade. Yeah, I think so. That's really interesting. So that, I mean, it gives him another 25 damage. That's going to be huge damage against Ice. He's got to be careful. And Relic with 3 armor. Oh my gosh, 1,600 hit points. That is so scary against Ice. I don't think he's going to be able to stand up against that. That's a lot of hit points. And in fact, even seeing 1 more Corruptor would pretty much be GG for Ice. Oh my gosh, I don't think he could stand anything against that Yamato Cannon. And it does connect. It doesn't get a very big hit, though. And I think, did Snowman just lose another Corruptor? See, these Corruptors, though, it's very risky for him, but it's paying off. Even though he's losing a lot, though, that's the only problem. He is at 7,090, and AeReN really suffering right now. And look at him, he's saying Ice. Did he lose his Merc there? Or his hero? Yes, he did lose his hero. How am I not seeing that announced? It must be happening super quick. And I'm just not able to keep up with it. Ice 10 attack, 1 armor. Oh my gosh, he is still getting more hit points. And we could see that point defense drone. No, actually a Seeker Missile. And it only connects hitting 1. And I think Ice is really losing more than he's gaining. And Relic was able to kill another Corruptor on Snowman and just springing up his points. He's even matching Ice. He's only about 100 or so points behind, maybe 200. Yeah, it's actually 260 some points, 58. It's, yeah, 57. No, 58. So he's not that far behind from Ice right now currently. And this is just crazy because now these Goliaths are going to get stronger and stronger. 450 hit points, 10 attack. Oh my gosh. And does Bluesky have that? No, he did use the Savior. Gannicus does still have a save. If he happens to click it over here and is able to pick off these Void Rays, that could be huge. That's quite a long distance for that Savior to travel. So we'll see if he decides to use it, or if he does save it. That would be very risky. That's a very, very long distance. But with as aggressive as Ice is being, it could be in the waterworks. Stay tuned, guys. 4 Corruptors now for Relic, and they're so strong. 1750. Oh my gosh. Those are very, very strong Corruptors. Double battle cruisers. I love it. Oh, that's terrible. He's ruling the skies now, and Ice is in a really big pickle. He's got to be so careful of Relic. He's posing a super huge threat. And I gotta say, props to Relic. He is just being so experimental, so crazy, and yet it's paying off big time. I love it. Relic is playing so well right now. And whatever I've said in past games completely nulls after seeing this. Oh my gosh. Very, very great play. Relic is very skilled indeed. I think I just got really upset when I saw that poor queen that he had constantly dying. And Grayson was just kind of stuck out in the middle of nowhere. But Relic's saying, nuh-uh, not today, Grayson. I'm going to be the hero of the day, and oh my gosh, he certainly is with 5. Oh my gosh. With 5 Corruptors, even a Yamato Cannon, why not? Throw Yamato Cannon right at Bluesky. Who even cares anymore? Throw this game right out the window. He has surpassed Ice by only a few points, by 87 total. And wow, this is crazy. I can't believe that Relic was able to pick it up so quickly. He came back from nowhere. And now Ice is in a big big pickle because, oh my gosh, these Corruptors are going to do so much damage. And there they go. Look at this. Oh, picking off a bunch of units right here. Oh my gosh, look at this. They're melting away. The Overseer does put a contamination on one of them. But, oh, he's clumped up too much and he just lost so much supply. 317 total. Oh my gosh. That was a big pickup by Relic, and Relic must be so happy right now, only losing one Corruptor out of that entire engagement. And Ice just saying LOL. Wow. That is insane. Corruptors just going GG over air. And really what I think it is, I don't think it's necessarily... I'm just going to talk strategy for you guys real quick. I don't care if you like my opinion or not. It is coming, and I really think what it is that SnpM is just not with Ice enough. Because those Corruptors out of nowhere, if he had enough money for Blink, which I don't think he even has, he could blink in, he could kill those Corruptors. I mean, 1700 is nothing for Marines. I mean, look at this. The Marines tear it to shreds, but he's just he's been kind of stuck in a pickle because I think he invested a little bit too much on that Infestor. And look at this, they're going down. In fact, not getting the see, he is now getting temples finally. So not getting that upgraded Merc, I think, is really biting him in the butt. And that's so unfortunate because his playstyle was very good in the beginning. But now he's just falling behind. Hopefully he can get a bigger supply. Losing all those Marines in that engagement, ooh, it's going to set him back very far. And Relic now, over 1,000, at least 1,500, 14 at least, ahead of Ice. And ooh, that's going to be very difficult. And look at this, even losing a compound. How did he pick up that compound? Oh my gosh, that's only going to increase the score for Relic. Holy cow. And SnpM, you shouldn't even go out. You got no, don't do it, dude. Stay in your base. What are you doing? Don't even go out. If you lose a single unit here, that's just going to hurt your teammate. You've got to get a mass supply, buddy. Even Ice just saying, dude, I'm chilling back. I don't know about you. Not risking it at all because both their supplies very low. 355 currently for Ice, and SnpM at a staggering 280. And that's nothing compared to Grayson and Relic at full supply right now. And now Relic and Grayson are pretty much just going to take the middle, and I don't think anybody has enough. Yeah, there's no way that they're going to lose this middle. I mean, unless all sides attacked him at the same time, this is going to be very difficult. And look at that little stem coming up from the battlecruiser. That was so cute. SnpM, get back, buddy. No. You should not be going 2v1 against 1,600 supply. No way. You're just not going to make that. You need to get back. There we go. A small pickup. That's actually great for SnpM, but yeah, back out. There we go. So he needs to do things like that for a long time, unfortunately. And let's just take a look at the towers right now. We see 2 radar towers, an anti-unit tower, a support tower from top left. That's a very late support tower. Really interesting. And why is he going support? Is he going Marines? This is very interesting. Bottom left with an anti-unit tower and a radar tower. And bottom right with anti-hero tower and anti-unit. Bottom right is very bolstered. And I think that's just because AeReN did use that save. They're probably just a little bit worried. And that is for sure the correct choice. And a little bit of discussion about the new mercenary upgrade. It's not a mercenary upgrade, sorry, it's an elite upgrade. And Ice saying it's a little OP. I really don't think it is. I think it was just the fact that your partner was not really there. And look at this, a Medibabe coming out into the field. And I wonder how the upgrade affects the Medibabe. I think it affects it quite a bit. Maybe boosting the hit points. I'm not sure. Guys, I've never, ever used the upgrade because I don't normally go elite units. So I can't really say for sure. I'm going to have to play some practice games where I can get knowledgeable on it. I know people yell at me about my knowledge and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care. Lots of changes. I have stuff to learn. I'm not Valor, and if you guys want a Valor, I'll bring him in and do some commentary. How about that? Until then, you're getting me, the Rager, Ragey and it's gonna stay exactly that way. So sorry, I'll work on it, but probably not for a while because I just don't use these units. But who does? Oh my gosh, Relic, and using them to great effect. Very good micro. And Ice saying, hey, my Corruptor has 2k hit points. What unit can kill that? Actually, Marines can take that out very quickly. I would say for sure. And really, I mean, the Goliath would be able to take that. Yeah, anything if you focus. Yeah, I mean, really. I don't think... okay, yeah, you might have high hit points, but how much armor do Corruptors really have? If you don't have any armor upgrades, I mean, they're not really that much of a threat. I guess 8 armor is slightly high, but really at this late in the game, 45 minutes, anything should be able to rip through 8 armor. I mean, even these Marines technically should. 13 damage. Actually, the damage is very low. Oh my gosh. The hit points are even lower. And no upgrades on the temples. SnpM is definitely hurting. I really do think getting that Infestor ended up hurting him. And that's so unfortunate. In fact, his back and forth is just totally making me dizzy. Alright, so Grayson and Relic keeping middle. Marauders for Grayson. That's just, oh, that's so OP. Even stimming up, a lot of splash damage is going to spell trouble for Ice if he gets anywhere close to it. And wow, their army is just so powerful. 17,374. Ice able to kill that compound though, that was really cute. And even even using a changeling right there to deal a little bit of damage. Corruption going down on Bluesky actually did a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. And Ice being the victor out of that. 700 supply still to poor Bluesky's 252. It's so low. Yeah, wow, Grayson and Relic just taking the game. I really think Ice is in super, super trouble because SnpM is just not able to get anything. Really, he could take the middle position right now. That could be beneficial for him, but really he's going to have to wait until units come to him because he doesn't have Blink yet. And his Zealots are going to run right out, and I'm telling you right now, those Marauders are going to destroy the Zealots like it's nothing. They're going to wipe out. This is going to be like butter. And just because the splash damage is going to be just so crazy. And there we go, yeah, a couple of volleys just takes them right out. And SnpM deciding to attack Bluesky, that's probably the right choice. Just keeping everybody away from Ice, and I think Ice just doesn't even care. This could be GG. Because he's just kind of throwing the units right under the bus, trying to get that surround on Relic and Grayson. It's not going to be enough, though, even bottom right, with no units to speak of. What? When did that happen? I did not see that happen. How did this go undetected? And did AeReN attack himself? I did not even see this announced, guys. Oh my gosh, the CC taken out. AeReN is going to be destroyed. And look at this, yeah, AeReN was taken out. He did leave. I didn't even see this announced. Was I talking too much, guys? Am I just not paying attention to the field as I should? Oh my gosh, I apologize, guys. I can't believe that CC was taken out. Oh my gosh. And AeReN's saying, oh yeah, okay, he attacked himself. Okay. Because I didn't see it announced. Thank you. Thank you very much for clearing that up, AeReN. I thought I was going totally crazy, but in fact I didn't. It was not announced. And interestingly, maybe it should be announced when any CC goes down rather than just if a player destroys it. But really, that's just a minor technicality. SnpM, though, is not a minor technicality. Oh my gosh, this is a major technicality. 258 supply. He lost quite a bit in that engagement. And Ice is in big trouble. I don't think he expected that these Corruptors would do this much damage, but really he's going up against 8 attack Marauders, and that's a lot of splash damage. They do excellent against splash damage. And Goliaths. Those Goliaths are very strong. 6 armor and 675 hit points. Oh my gosh. That is insane. What is even going to kill those Goliaths? Look at it. 14 attack. Oh my gosh. 14 attack is super high, but 450 hit points. I think that Relic has the superior Goliath here. 675 hit points. Oh my gosh, with 6 armor. Wow, that is insane. And Bluesky saying, hey, I thought this was a Marine Arena. And did he get armor capped? Maybe he did. And wow, there's a lot of back and forth going on debating about the new upgrades. And really what I think it was is I'm going to stick by it. I don't think it's an issue, to be honest. I think Ice, you just didn't have the support you needed. That's all. So that's just my opinion. And what is going on? Sorry about this, guys. I'm having some difficulties with the camera. Oh no, why isn't the camera zooming out? This could be very bad. I'm gonna need to switch cameras. Let's see, switch it to Grayson. Okay, now let's switch it back to everyone. Whew, there we go, fixing that camera issue. I don't know what's going on. In fact, I cannot scroll in and out anymore. Very curious indeed, but that's okay as long as it's zoomed out. That should be just fine. And finally, SnpM able to get up his supply, could do something. In fact, even look at the Snowman, still trying to stay in it. He is close to that 10,000 mark, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. And Ice killing off his own units, and it looks like Ice is just going crazy here. He doesn't even care anymore. In fact, running right into the army. He could possibly feed these units. Don't do it, Ice. Oh, there we go. Oh, he was actually building up supply for a mothership. I thought he was just GGing. And oh no. The mothership going down so quick, and Ice is just, he's gotta be fuming so bad. He wanted that mothership. That's 500 minerals just totally gone. Oh man. I don't even know what to say here, guys. Ice must be totally devastated. Totally. He's so mad. And look at this, even one little corruptor coming out. And oh no, is it like armor capped? That corruptor took forever to die from those voids. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section. How do you feel about the new upgrades? Is it too OP, or is it just that Relic has the upgrades? He has the correct choice, or what is it? I mean, I guess 30% less damage is quite a bit for the corruptor, but who knows? How do you guys feel about it? Let me know in the comment section. If you're watching on Twitch TV, it's right there to the right, and if you're watching on YouTube, right down below. Leave your comment right now. Have a discussion. I personally think I think it's okay. I really think that Ice is just in the pickle because he's dealing with SnpM, just not having too much support. He's not able to support enough, and Ice was just kind of alone for a big majority. I mean, SnpM is finally starting to get in there. He does have the hit point upgrade, which is going to benefit him greatly, but he needs Blink. He needs at least 10 attack. He is finally up to 8, and I think he actually should save his money to possibly get Blink. And really, SnpM is just a little bit behind. And if he would have helped out in different situations that Ice was in earlier, maybe things could have changed. I really just think that Ice didn't have the support. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to take a quick break and have a little drinky. Just 1 second, because this water is looking very, very tempting. Very delicious. Whew, that's much better. Okay, so you guys are pretty much just seeing a wait for SD here. It's going to be about 6 minutes. If you don't have anything to do, I suggest sitting back, getting some popcorn, maybe getting a drink. because nothing is going to happen pretty much for the next 6 minutes. I mean, maybe there could be some casual fights here and there, but everybody pretty much just waiting for the SD to come. And I think Relic and Grayson, with the position that they have right now, could have this game, folks. You could be seeing it right here, right now. And look at this. Bluesky is attacking. Sorry about that, guys. His own CC. Bluesky, I think, is going to GG out of this. Gannicus might even GG out of this, too. And there we go. Bluesky has been defeated. I think top left is going to be your first team to be completely eliminated. Unless Snowman decides to leave, and he hasn't made a decision yet. Gannicus hasn't made a decision either. But definitely blowing up that CC is hurt the player. The teammate that is left, so this is curious. I don't know why you would even stay when you do not have the double income supply. It's very hard to win this. We'll have to do like an interview, ask Gannicus and ask Snowman why they decided to stay rather than just leaving outright. I'm curious to find out why. And I bet you guys are curious at home too to figure out what exactly is going on. But I don't think I could win it. There's no way. Not with the 800 supply versus 1600. In case you guys are wondering, I am totally eating this chicken nugget. It's been sitting here in front of me forever, and I have not been able to eat it. Oh my god, that was delicious. Sweet dinner. I don't know about you guys at home, but it is 7:16 here, and I was totally hungry. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking the next 4 minutes, and I'm totally eating. Because there's really not a whole lot going on here. I will chime in whenever something big happens, but I'm just letting you guys know, for the most part, just relax, because there's really nothing happening. Stay tuned, though. Relaxed, but stay tuned. And here we go. We are at SD. And really, I think Relic and Grayson have this. I really don't think that any other team is going to be able to do anything about this. I mean, look at this. They're just chilling out. Relic 8 armor, 10 attack, 675 hit points. I really don't think any unit is going to be able to go in and do any damage. We could be seeing GG from these teams, and a rather dull ending, very anticlimactic. And look at this, even Relic sending in just a few of his units to do damage to the Void Rays. Unable to kill any though, as SnpM does stim. Able to kill a few. But look at that, he was just making room so he could get another Corruptor. Oh my god. He got 2 more Corruptors. Lol, lol. Oh my gosh, 132.5 damage in a big AoE each with 5 Corruptors. Oh my gosh. That's what? 630 some damage. I don't know. Each hit in a splash area. That is huge. Considering that there's only 386, 253, they will totally melt after just a few volleys. I think Relic is totally right here. Hey, split up instead of clumping. As we have seen Ice clump up a little bit with these Void Rays. Almost a little bit too much. And we're going to see, we could possibly see just a test. See how the Void Rays do against Relic. And wow. It looks like splitting up actually helped quite a bit. The supply is going down for Ice, but he was able to kill all of those Corruptors. And I think... Oh my gosh, I think... Did Relic just prove Ice wrong with those Corruptors? Because the Corruptors did die. He lost a little over 100 supply. And wow, that was incredible. Look at that. That is hilarious. Look at what SnpM is doing, guys. And oh my gosh, these guys are so bored. Rather than play around, maybe just finish? GG, new game. We'll see if these teams decide to call it quits and play a new game. I mean, it's quite obvious that Relic has this. And I don't understand why the players just constantly play. It's making my job difficult. With absolutely nothing happening on the board, you guys are going to get so tired of watching this. So they need to end this quickly. Oh my gosh. I really feel bad for you guys. And I feel even worse because I'm about to put you on hold to finish the rest of these nuggets. I got about 2 left. I'll be right back. Alright guys, you could be seeing a final battle coming out from SnpM and Ice. I did pretty much just pause it for there because I'm going to just edit this out before I put it on YouTube. Because there really hasn't been anything going on for the past about 7 minutes, and I really do apologize for you guys. Sitting around trying to take in this game. I'm definitely going to edit this and make it very quick once it gets on YouTube. Because this was just... Even I'm dying, guys. No action for at least... It's been like about 14 minutes. Could have something interesting, though. Gannicus saying, hey, Blue, do you want a suicide middle? Bottom right could even do it, too. He has been killing off all of his units, though. Might be a big mistake. In fact, Snowman even stopping right here. Nope. He decided to keep on going. And SnpM hasn't replied. I mean, it could do damage, especially with Ice. I mean, Ice still has some pretty beefy units. 14 attack. That's a lot of damage. I mean, look at that. 54. That's just baseline. We could see something happening, folks. I mean, he is at 2,662. Technically, I think SnpM could use that money. I'm surprised he's not. He could get really high upgrades. And it looks like base defenses are destroyed. He's going straight in for Snowman. And if Relic finds out about that, that could be bad news for SnpM. And you know what? I'm going to laugh. I'm going to really laugh if somehow SnpM is able to take this somehow. I don't know how it would happen, considering that bottom left is getting 400 middle rolls a minute, as opposed to the 200 for top right. But with the combined efforts of Gannicus, I mean, something could happen, guys. Stay tuned. I mean, who knows? We could see something happening against Relic and Grayson, and they could be taken out. I mean, it is SD. Anything goes at this point, and a lot of the supply is from Relic's battle cruisers and his corruptors, if he still has them. I don't know if he still has them or not. Nope, he actually ditched the corruptors. In fact, I would even kill off the Vikings just to get a bigger supply. He really doesn't need them. But anything could happen, folks. Anything could happen. Yeah, I'm not even going to cover this because no damage is going to happen. Gannicus is armor capped, so he pretty much just fed an entire army to Relic, and yeah. 12 minutes in from SD, and nothing special has happened. Really sorry, guys. Well, in any case, stay tuned for the next round of MA Masters. Like I said, I will be casting again, and I will be editing this one, because this was just nuts. This took way, way longer than it should. It was pretty much 20 minutes of absolutely nothing happening. And I don't know if that was just the fault of the players, but there was a lot of back and forth about who should do what, and player balancing and things like that. Really boring for you guys. But now we're seeing top right has finally been defeated, and your winners are going to be Grayson and Relic. Great game, hour and 13 minutes in, but finally being defeated. And there we go. Your winners here today are going to be LOL's ImNotGrayson and TryHrd Relic. Great game, guys. It took a while, but they were finally able to finish very OP corruptors this game. That was super fun to see. I'm RagyPoo. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. This has been my time, and I just want to remind you guys to set your opponents to easy mode. Thanks for tuning in. Signing out.